And a very, very warm welcome to you. Bring about a drastic change in your life, you will have to be willing to change, isn't it? So, what changes are you resisting that you truly could be choosing that will gift you a different reality that you never imagined? So, I'll repeat that. What changes are you resisting that truly could be choosing that will gift you a different reality never imagined? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poads, creations, spaces, and beyonds. So I would ask each and every one of you to reflect upon what is it that you're resisting changing. So whatever endeavor you are engaged in right now. So some of you have made choices. Yeah, you made choices to do something very, very different from what you've always done in your life. The person who is doing what he's doing, he or she is doing, is the same person who thinks in the same way, who operates in the same way, and trying to apply that to the new situation that you're dealing with. Am I right? Because the constant is always you. So, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be now that would allow me to make choices that are necessary to fulfill my desires? And everything that comes in the way of that, am I willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poads, creations, and bases and beyonds. By the way, I keep using this clearing statement, and there must be a lot of curiosity as to what does it mean. So those who have not done any access programs, you can go to theaccessclearingstatement.com and you'll get a full explanation of that. So ever since I participated in the access programs and became a certified facilitator, I've been discovering more and more about the power of this clearing statement. And the questions, every time I do a clearing with you, it is a question that we are asking. And questions create possibilities. And whatever is holding back that possibility from manifesting itself, we are destroying and uncreating all that so that new possibilities can show up. Okay? So let's do this clearing again. And what changes are you resisting that you truly could be changing, you could be choosing? So let me do this again. What changes are you resisting that you truly could be choosing that will give you a different and unimaginable reality? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poads, creations, spaces, and beyonds. And another one I would ask you to do as regularly as possible. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about your judgments, your conclusions, your decisions, your computations that will never allow you to live a life of infinite possibilities? Will you destroy and uncreate all that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So we made a choice, let's imagine. And according to many, many thinkers, the essential to achieving whatever you desire, because you made a choice because you desire something, right? Now, you might have noticed that the moment you make a choice, something comes up. It could be a fear, it could be apprehension, all your old, judgments, conclusions, computations, all that shows up, right? So that's the time when you have to shift your mindset. That's the time you have to give up all your judgments, your conclusions, your fears, your desires that say that it should not go wrong, everything should go right. Go right according to who? So once we made a choice, we made a determination, definitely we are going to start moving in the right direction. We are so hampered by our own picture of what this destination looks like. And that is coming from where? From what we already know, isn't it? So the right attitude is required, and the right attitude is, hey, I have expressed I've made my choice, I've made my goal, I'm moving. All I can do is give my 100% to all the actions that I have chosen to do, all the actions that are showing up as possibilities. And then I'm going to let go of my attachment to a particular kind of result. A result is going to come. It might be far beyond what you wanted, far beyond what you might have been imagining for yourself. So, one mistake that a lot of people make is that they stop being interested and being open to getting more information, more knowledge, which will open up more possibilities for you. My experiments over the years have been that when I make a choice, when I make a determination, all sorts of inputs start popping up. People who will come and say, hey, listen, why don't you do this? Now, if I'm not going to be interested and I see all these inputs as interruptions for me, then I'm losing out, right? So, one of the essentials is stay interested. And I don't have to say, we all know this, be healthy. Eating, drinking the right amount of water, keeping yourself healthy is the only way you're going to accomplish your goal. Now, according to Dr. Dane, the founder of Access Consciousness, the happier you are, the more prosperity you will attract to your life. So have a smile on your face. If you don't have it, generate it. So now, if I was to remind you about a couple of things, see, one, the three brains that we always keep talking about: brain number one, reactive brain number two, analytical brain. Yeah. So brain number one, reactions. Brain number two is responsible for all your resistance. Brain number two is responsible for all the patterns that you've made, the habits that you've made. Anything which is not according to your habit, you will feel threatened by it. You will get into resistance. So what's the fallout? What is the impact? Your brain, this brain number 3 that sees possibilities, switched off. And you know something? Brain number 3 works best when you're calm, when you're relaxed, when you're playful. So now can you understand the benefit and power of using this power of generation that you have? Instead of waiting for the world, or instead of waiting for others to make you happy, you can generate happiness whenever you choose, isn't it? And in that state, your mind is open for more possibilities. Your mind can keep its attention on the goal rather than whatever it is that you're resisting and reacting to. But this is something which real success mindful mindset people will do all the time. They are aware. If I allow fear, apprehension, despondency, hesitation, all that stuff to come inside, you can keep slogging 90 hours a week, according to some people, but results won't come. The last 15 years of my life, I've realized that it's not the amount of work that you put in. You can keep on putting in and get disproportionately small results. Right? Or you can be open to working on your energies and your being, and with, and use that as a lever, that with a smaller amount of effort, you can produce much better results. Which one is better for you, do you think? So if you're going to have a life, if I'm going to have a life where I'm always complaining and blaming and groaning, world is not devoting itself to making happy, I have to work 90 hours, then only one day, finally, I'll be able to relax and live my life. Hello, journey might get over. So are we willing to choose happiness? Are we willing to give up all this stuff that we have? Is that, oh, life is a serious business, I have to slog my butt off? Are you willing to give up the guilt which comes when you feel that you're not doing enough work today? Yes, definitely. We must make a goal. We must have a plan for the day. But the amazing thing I'm finding out is that if you are using the Pareto principle and you are planning your work properly, work finishes off in no time. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So this is a big change for a lot of people, isn't it? To be relaxed, to be playful. So you have to give up your judgments and conclusions and decisions with regard to, what work should look like. So we've got pictures about every damn thing, that what it should look like. This is how relationship should look like. This is how friendship should look like. This is what prosperity should look like. So what changes are you resisting that truly you could be choosing, that will gift you a totally different and unimaginable reality? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pork and pod, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, spaces, and beyonds. So, very, very basic question that we can ask ourselves this morning: have we stopped making goals? Have we stopped making choices? And I'm seriously meaning it. We might have made a goal 1 year ago, 6 months ago, 5 months ago. Many people say, sir, you are asking me to make a new goal. I'm already struggling with the old one. Am I right or wrong? So why struggling? Why not playing? We choose to play some games that we enjoy, don't we? Are there rules there? Yes. Is there a goal over there? Yes. Would you enjoy the game if it was a very, very easy one? So, what kind of choices are you making? Easy ones, difficult ones? Your definition of easy and difficult, not mine. Today, I've decided to do some violence to your mind, by the way. So, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be that would allow me to create a reality that I've been resisting? Everything that is times a quadrillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, and beyond. Do you know that there are some people who resist a life of ease and joy? Can you imagine that? They become very uncomfortable when life is easy. So they'll create something to upset themselves and others. Then they can be in familiar territory, you know. Ah, I've got something to complain about. Ah, I've got something to worry about. Life is normal. Once, one long time ago, one of my friends, I say, hey, listen, why don't you enroll your wife into this program? It'll give her a lot of ease and joy. He said, why? Should I take away a reason for being alive? I said, what do you mean by that? She only lives to complain. So if she does this program, she'll stop complaining. Then what will she live for? Wabiwa. How wonderful is that? So one guy asked me, if I get a life of ease and joy, what will I do with it? I said, give it away, no? We are connected with 250,000 people energetically. And when we are in a space of ease and joy, 250,000 other people are also going to bask in the vibrations of ease and joy, isn't it? So feel the energy right now. You notice that there is a different energy present right now? Hmm? How many of you are noticing it? There is a different you emerging right now. Feel into your body. Get out of your thoughts, get out of your head, and put your attention on your body and scan it from the top to the bottom, the top of your head to the tips of your toes, and experience what you're experiencing right now. Very nice one, Major sir. Why don't you unmute and say it if that's what's coming up for you right now?
Yes, sir. One minute. So sorrow always looks back. Worry looks around so that they can have reasons to complain. Whereas faith always looks up. One should always have faith and forget to complain. There is anything genuinely that is warranting or complaining, that is okay. But sorrow always tries to take us back to our past. Regrets, where life is made of a lot of regrets. And if you start looking around, you'll find a lot of things to complain. If you have faith, you'll never have the reason to complain. There's a lot of joy to live life. That's it.
Very true. So let's dwell into this. What is faith?
Faith that whatever is going to happen or whatever that is for our betterment, sir. Nothing else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Trust in the universe that the universe has got my back. I can tell you this, I've lived like this for the last 30 years. It makes you so resilient, you know. And I don't have to remind you that people with a growth mindset, they're very resilient. They don't waste their time getting upset. If you don't have faith, then what kind of a person are you going to be? Have you ever thought about that? You have faith that I'll be alive tomorrow. So here's a funny thing. We have faith and we don't have it also. Yeah, Vedri, it seems like you want to say something. Something wrong with your microphone, my friend. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you be that would allow the universe to take care of you with ease? Everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poads, creations, and beyonds. What will it take for you to keep on putting barriers around you that are not allowing the world and the universe to contribute to you? All the barriers coming out, your fears, your apprehensions. Will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys, poads, creations, and beyonds. And you know where we are putting up the maximum barriers? Can you imagine? Anybody? In which area of our life, or which areas of our life are we putting up maximum barriers? That we are not allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. So what are the 5?
Relationship.
Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. And what are the 5 elements of intimate, close relationship? Honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. Remember?
Vulnerability. Yes.
A long time back, there was a Access seminar that I was attending, and I asked this particular question to Dr. Dane. And he says, are you aware of the 5 elements of intimate relationships? And I said, how is this relevant to the question that I'm asking? And then when I went through it again, and I realized, my good God, you know, receiving has to come through. Receiving happens when all your doors and windows and mind is open, isn't it? And we are trying to block everything so that we want to feel safe and we don't want to get hurt, right? We don't want to be cheated, blah, blah, blah. So everything is blocked. Where will the receiving happen? then definitely one thing you want to receive is love, no? Whatever pictures and ideas you have about that love so-called thing, it's just an energy. You received it from your mother when she cuddled you. That energy called love, that energy that connects all of us, right? Are you willing to choose that? And in order to choose that, are you willing to drop your barriers and be willing to receive that? And when you start receiving everything that you require, you will receive with ease rather than with difficulty. So one of the things that we have inherited, आपको विरासत में मिली है, that you should be worried, you should be concerned. If you're not worried and concerned, you will become casual. You will not take life seriously. And if you don't take life seriously, you will fail. Hello? You've lived like that all your life. How successful are you? Another thing I discovered in my journey very early on was what you resist will persist.
Yeah.
Right? So what are you resisting? You're even resisting not being the way you are right now. You want to choose a different life, but no, I want to remain the same. No, I am going to remain the same. World has to adjust to me. So I'll do this clearing one more time. What changes are you resisting that truly you could be choosing that will gift you a completely different reality that you could never imagine? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyond. So that brings me to the end of today's session.